Alright, I wasn't sure I was going to do this or make this, but let's talk about the debacle, if that's a word, that we need to discuss is the potential return of 6v6 on Overwatch 2. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing, and should we just stick to 5v5? As you've probably heard the news of it coming back, but first, let's thank the wonderful people Blizzard, Aaron Keller and Jeff Kaplan. You can't forget our boy Jeffrey, no, because they're basically making Overwatch 2 the free version of Overwatch. They were so kind that they don't want our money for this game, and they're returning the game back to its full original state, which already pretty much was. I'll say this off rip, I enjoyed OG Overwatch more than whatever piece of garbage we're playing now. No. And was that down to 6v6? Probably yes, as it is a core element of that game. I think people vouching for 6v6 are dominated by tank players solely, and yes, I'm one of them, because I mean no one wants to play that role. In a 5v5 format with one tank, there is no room to make a mistake, as we all know the game is a momentum based game. We love Overwatch, and carrying all that burden is no fun whatsoever as a tank. And the worst thing, we all know what the worst thing is, the OW chat. When they press enter, buddy, you're in for what I like to call stress relief, because this ain't no Valorant chat with the E-Day is saying NT. We probably have the most toxic keyboard warriors, and they're probably typing now as we speak. And for us to think one tank literally dictates the whole game, the whole result. God bless them, man. God bless all the tanks. But yeah, 6v6 will just bring more balance to the game. I mean, we're gonna have to adjust all the tanks, but it will be nice to have more synergy with another tank like the Zarya, Ryan comps that we had. And most importantly, there's gonna be more constructed team fights. Yes, thank God. Yeah, 5v5 for me, it just feels like DPS supports and even tanks can get away with doing their own things. And this happens up, in the higher ranks, and you can get away with your team being scattered and you still win the fight. The fights, they just feel messier from before in the 6v6 that we used to have. And if you use one ult, most of the time you're winning the fight as long as you get any pick, as there's less counter options in 5v5 and you really don't stand a chance in recovering in a fight. Whereas 6v6, if you lost a DPS, oh well, snooze. But we still have, the supports and tanks, and there's still some type of room to, win the fight. But I'm not only here to speak about good things about 6v6, as there was bad, because I think people forget about the bad and are overcome by nostalgia, sweet nostalgia. Those fucking few times. They need to figure that out. It was scarring, my friend, but I know, that we all know they're gonna drop the ball on that as well, because they're a bunch of bums and they can't get anything right. And if you trust them, you're more deluded than playing Overwatch 2 right now. Another thing that we need to point out with the return of 6v6 is that the games will get slower and there will be a lot more clutter, as there's a lot more things to do. And sorry for all the Moira DPSs that had their fun, it's time to end. But in 5v5s the games were really quick, but on hindsight, with the return of 6v6, this is a good thing, because it requires the most blasphemous word in Overwatch. Yep, teamwork. Oh yeah, I know, I said it. But you know what? It's gonna separate the weak from the strong. So last thoughts, at this point, just bring it back. I mean, what you got to lose? The game's trash anyway, the balance is bad, and you've brought back a lot of cool stuff that you removed initially. And I don't care that if this was one of your big selling points, 5v5, woo, just bring back 6v6. It will do more good than harm at this point. It was a core element on why Overwatch 1 was such a success. And yeah, it's as you can tell, it's a love and hate relationship. Gonna need more therapy, but I'm tired, and I know we're all tired. And if you got to the end of this video, you're sick, just like me. You're sick, and we all need help. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace and love.